This is Sean Conrad of SeanConrad.com. I hear a lot of stories about couples falling out because the woman is supporting her man and whatever her man's trying to do is taking too long. And they start falling out because he's trying to tell her he's working on this thing, okay? But it takes time. And she's been down, ride or die from day one, but she's starting to get tired. I've heard this story a lot. And I get why people fall out. I get why couples break up over this. Because there's this thin line between the woman saying, I'm supporting you. I'm supporting you. I got your back. I'm your ride or die. Right? And I'm here for you while you work on your record deal, or you work on your movie deal, or you work on your making your first movie, or whatever that thing is, until 2 years go by, 4 years go by, 6 years go by, and she's footing the bill for most of the stuff. And then she's like, what the hell? And rightfully so. Like, what the hell? I can't, how long is this gonna take? I can't hold down the fort for another 5 years. Should the guy or the person working on their thing say, all right, I'm throwing in the towel, I'll stop, I'm giving up, going to get me a 9 to 5. So I can pay these bills with you, we can go half and half, or I can handle my business and take care of these bills. And then we'll just live. You'll have your job, I'll have my job, and we'll just live. Is that what the person should do, the artist should do? Or should that person who's supporting, who has been supporting, should that person say, hey, it's okay, however long it takes, I'll just keep holding down the fort? That's tough. That's tough. It's one of those situations where you really have to know what you're getting into, and you have to understand what is real, right? Like, can this really happen? And if you have somebody who's working very hard, right? Making contacts, setting up meetings, and things are really happening, as opposed to one day somebody will knock on my door, come get me and make me famous. If that's happening, then not. But if you have that person who is working, this is what I'm doing. I'm educating myself. I'm teaching myself this craft. I am much better than I was last year. I am closer. I met such and such, da-da-da. Then maybe hang in there. Because we've all heard those rap records where the rapper is like, you were dating me when I wasn't anybody, and then you quit me. Now I'm all blowed up, and now you calling me. Like, it happens. It just takes time. I can tell you right now, I know so many people who were the hangers-on. People that I would get in the club free with me. I didn't even know their names. They just hang around. And they hang around long enough to start DJing or start a little production company. And then they blow up. It just takes time. If you're in the right place, it will just take time. People start to see you. People ask you to do a little more and a little more and a little more. And then you're there. I promise you. I used to go to Puffy's office. It was a metal desk and a boombox. Nothing else on the desk. An empty room. This is when he was working with Heavy D, Jodeci. Like, he was doing stuff. It wasn't that he wasn't doing stuff. Just bare bones. And then you keep going. You keep working on your passion. And eventually you blow up. So now back to these relationships that keep falling left and right to the wayside. How do you handle that if you're someone holding down the fort and you need help. And your partner, significant other is like, we working on it. It's going to come through. Trust me. Trust me. What do you do? What do you do? I mean, marriages have ended because of stuff like this. But what do you do? Do you help? Like, I'm going to help you get to where you got to go. Let me jump in there, get on the phone with you, set up these meetings, or start putting stuff on the calendar for you to make sure this happens. That's one approach. That's one approach. Or if there's no signs of work ethic, the person's hanging out playing video games all day. Hey, what's going on? Are you getting any closer? Nah, but my score in this game is crazy. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. But I think for the men that are in this position, you know, you have somebody holding you down. It's been a long time, and then all of a sudden, you know, it starts getting hairy in a relationship. It's justified, especially when somebody's doing it by themselves. So is there something you can do to just add, to just help out? To help out consistently though. Just to like, hey, I'm just showing you that, you know, I know you've been holding me down. You know what I'm saying? Like, help out, you know? And women, you know, if it's the woman in the situation, if you love your dude and you know he's a hard worker and it's just taking some time because the industry is tough, but you believe in him, you gotta believe too. You gotta know who you're with. But you believe, help, you know, maybe help, right? To get there, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. But if you believe that, and you know that your partner is active, hang in there. Your partner's active. You see that from when they started to now, the contacts blew up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe hang in there. Hang in there. Don't throw it all away, because this art, these industries, television, film, music, it takes time. But if the person has talent and tenacity and vision, hang in there. Hang in there. Especially if you're the person with the talent, tenacity, and vision. Because the worst thing you can do is be telling a story about what you once were chasing and you wish you would have stayed with. That's gonna be a rough way to die. You don't want that. You have nothing to lose. Give it a shot. But do it tenaciously. Don't BS. Don't be at home playing games talking about somebody gonna knock on the door and come make you famous. Do it. You gotta do it. So if you're that person holding down somebody else, have this conversation. Think about it. If you're the person who's being held down, think about how the other person holding you down feels. How can you help that situation while you chase what you're chasing? Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is Sean Conrad, and I'm out.